how real confidence, not just being nice, is what actually gets you respect. Alright, let's just jump right in with a big question. We're all taught to be nice, right? The idea is that if you're agreeable, people will respect you. But does that really work? I think we all know from experience that it's not that simple. So, first up, let's talk about what I call the respect paradox. This is that feeling, you know the one, where you bend over backwards to be helpful, to be the nice guy, and what happens? You end up feeling completely ignored. So, what's going on here? Well, it turns out a lot of us are walking around with this secret agreement in our heads. It's a kind of invisible contract we've made with everyone else, even though they have no idea. And there's a name for this. It's called the covert contract. Basically, it's this belief that if you're super nice and always put other people first, they'll automatically like you and, give you the respect you're looking for. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Nobody else signed this contract. They don't even know it exists. And because they never signed it, they don't follow the rules. So what happens? You're left feeling totally confused, maybe even a little resentful. Like, hey, I did my part, why aren't you doing yours? The problem wasn't them, it was the secret deal they never agreed to. Okay, so let's get into the psychology of this. Why does trying so hard to get approval actually push people away? It's kind of fascinating, and it's all about perception. Think about it. When someone just agrees with everything, it can send a few weird signals. First, it might look like you don't really have your own priorities, like you're just waiting for someone else to tell you what to do. It also screams, I need you to tell me I'm okay. And honestly, for some people, it can even come across as a weakness, like you're easy to take advantage of. And this goes deep, like down to our reptilian brain level. Our instincts are wired to look for strength and certainty in others. So when we see someone who doesn't seem to have their own conviction, it doesn't trigger respect. It kind of triggers the opposite. It's not conscious, but it happens. Alright, so if being a people pleaser is a dead end, what's the alternative? It's all about shifting to genuine confidence. And to explain what I mean, let's play a little game in our minds. Okay, picture this. You've got a die, but it has a ton of sides. The setup is simple, but it reveals a powerful truth about what it really takes to succeed. So most of the sides are red, and only one side is green. Green means success. The goal is simple. Roll green. But here's the most important rule of the game. Rule number 4. The game only stops when you decide to stop. You can keep rolling for as long as you want. So what do most people do? They roll the die. It comes up red. They roll again. Red again. After a few tries, they just throw their hands up. They say, this is pointless. I just have bad luck. And they walk away. They stop playing. And this is the whole point. The winner in this game isn't the one who gets lucky on the first try. The winner is the one who understands that red is just part of the process and just keeps rolling. That's confidence. It's not about never failing. It's about the grit to keep trying. That's what people respect. Okay, so keep rolling the dice is principle number 1. But just rolling isn't enough. You have to be rolling for a reason. That brings us to our second big idea, the focus principle. Let's look at 2 different mindsets here. On one side, you have the approval seeker. Their whole world is external. Their priorities are set by what they think other people want. On the other side, you have the goal-focused person. Their priorities are internal. They have their own mission, and for them, respect isn't something they chase, it just happens. It's a side effect of them doing their thing. Seriously, think about anyone you truly admire. An innovator, a top athlete, a brilliant artist. Are they running around trying to make sure everyone likes them? No way. They're obsessed with their mission, with their craft. Their focus is so intense that they command respect without even trying. That's the power of having your own direction. A perfect real-world example of this is the actor Hrithik Roshan. When he was starting out, he had some serious challenges to overcome. A lisp, physical problems, things that could have easily stopped him. But instead of looking for pity or approval, he just put his head down and worked. He focused intensely on improving himself and mastering his job. He kept rolling the dice. And that incredible dedication is why he's so massively respected today. It had nothing to do with being agreeable. Alright, so we've got the theory down. We understand the psychology. So what now? How do you actually put this into practice and start earning that respect through your actions? Okay, let's boil it all down. Here are the big takeaways. First, forget about that covert contract. Just tear it up. Second, you have to know your mission. What are you focused on? And finally, just keep rolling the dice. Persistence is everything. Remember, respect follows action, not just being nice. So I'll leave you with this one last question to think about. And it's a big one. It really gets to the heart of everything. Are you playing the game of life to be liked, or are you playing to win, to achieve your goals? Because how you answer that changes everything.